Great. So toxic people you should avoid at all costs in your life. We all are surrounded, right, with people negative all the time, sometimes. Right? Toxic people will never be worth your time and energy. Right? Toxic people create unnecessary complexity, strife, and worst of all, stress. Right? And we all know that stress is a very dangerous element which will destroy our growth. Correct? So we firstly, before we even know how to overcome, first we need to identify what are these kind of toxic people. That is more important. Right? See, people either they inspire you or they drain you. This is how it is. We all know that. I always say this, that you are made out of 5 people whom you hang out the most with. If these 5 people are toxic, you're going to be exactly like them. Right? We are made up of 5 people whom you hang out with. Currently in your life, think of 5 people whom you hang out the most. It can be your family members, it can be your friends, it can be your colleagues, it can be your neighbors, anybody. If these 5 people are falling in these categories, now you need to figure out how to come out of it or what things can be done to manage these people. Right? Toxic people don't just make you miserable, they're really hard on your brain. And it is proven by research that people play a huge impact on your growth. And that's the reason if you see successful people, they are very, if you see most of the CEOs or big rich successful people, they're very selective when it comes to mingling with people. Right? They don't let anybody get inside their group of community. Right? Because they understand the fact that, one negative person comes into the group or something, then everything can get destroyed. That's the power of a toxic person. Right? And it is also proven that most successful people are the people who are the most successful people are the people who are good in handling emotions. A lot of time our emotions are triggered by our relationships. Right? Correct? So most of the times our emotions are triggered by our relationship or the kind of people we're surrounded with. So what are those kind of people? The first and the most dangerous people are the gossipers. How many of you know people in your life who gossip a lot? Right? Send me a G in the chat. Or are you one of those gossipers? How many of you like gossiping? Anybody? Gossipers derive pleasure from other people's misfortunes. Right? And we all know India is a hub of gossip. Right? It has been a part of our culture. Okay, there's a great saying which I came across. Great minds discuss ideas. Average ones discuss events. Small minds always discuss people. You'll understand when you meet people, see what are they discussing about. If they're discussing about ideas, then they are amazing minds. If they're discussing about the events of their life, what is happening in the events in the world and stuff, they are average people. Oh, this is happening over there, this is happening over there. They're average people. But if you find people who are always discussing about people, one another or someone else, their neighbor, their relatives, they are very small-minded people. So you need to be very aware and mingle with people who are always discussing ideas, discussing new things to improve life, improve business. Right? So the first people, I want you to write down what are the different types of people. Have a pen and a book so that later on in the assignment what I want you to do is figure out who are the kind of people who are there in your life. It can be family, friends, colleagues. And I want you to put them into categories. Where do you think they fall? Alright, so make notes of what are these kind of people. For the first thing is the gossipers. The second type of people are the temperamental. They have absolutely no control over their emotions. Right? They always lash out of anger, frustration, irritation, while thinking that you are the one that is causing their problem. They're always telling you are the reason why I'm like this. They're feeling angry, frustrated, almost they have very bad temper. They don't know how to manage their emotions. It can be you also, I don't know. If you're one of them, then you have to be aware of this, that you're a toxic person in other people's life. It can be both way. It can be you, or do you know anybody of these people? You have to be very honest with yourself. If you fall into this, it's okay. We all have gone through this process. But you have to accept if you're any one of these and see how we can improve it. Right? The second type of people are the temperamental. The third type of people are victims. right? Victims actively push away any responsibilities of their life, always making excuses, blames, complaints. I always say that victim mode. That always feel that they are victim of situation, they're victim of people, they're victim of this life. They always feel their faith is bad, people are bad, community is bad, everything is bad. Always victim. They feel they're the victim. They think people are taking advantage of them. They're always blaming, complaining, cribbing, making excuses. Right? They feel their faith is wrong, my life is bad. Right? Victim based. Always feeling a victim of situations and things. Right? This is the third type of people. The fourth type of people are the envious. These are the type of people who are always jealous of your achievements, other people's achievements, happiness, success, anything good that is happening in your life or any other people's life. Always jealous, always envious. Feeling more jealous all the time. Right? The jealous types. The next type of people are the manipulators. They can be very, very tricky to deal with because they treat you as a friend. They know in and out what do you like, what the things you love about life. They know everything about you. But manipulators always want something from you. The reason they're nice to you, they're a friend to you, they talk to you nicely, sweetly, because they, at the back of the head, they always want something in return. There's always a motive behind the relationship. They're always about getting. They always try to take things with a little mindset of an intention of giving back. These are the manipulators. They're very tricky to deal because, like I said, they treat you like a friend. They're very sweet to you. They're very nice to you. But the intention is not to be sweet. The intention is to get something in return. Right? This can be manipulators. Next thing is the judgmental. Right? Instead of appreciating and learning from people, situations who are different from them, they're always judgmental about others. Right? Judgmental people are quick to tell you exactly what is and what is not cool. If someone is different than them, they always judge them. He's like this, he's like that, she's like this, he's like that. Always judgmental. Right? They don't appreciate people who are out of the box. They don't appreciate people who are different. They don't learn with people. They don't mingle with people who are different. Right? They always judge everything in their life. So these are the judgmental kind of people. Right? Next thing is the arrogant. They see everything that you do as a personal challenge. Arrogant people tend to be very low performers. They more disagree on everything. And they have more cognitive problems than an average person. Right? They're not ready to listen to anything. They feel that they know everything. It's like, I know everything. That's the kind of mindset they have. They're very arrogant when you try to tell something or try to figure things out. They feel that they know everything. They're very arrogant with things. Like they're very stubborn minded. Right? This is the arrogant. The next thing is the overly negative people. They have a way of making everything darker and colder. Whatever you tell them, how much ever you motivate them, whatever the best you tell them to do, like how much ever positivity you put into their life, they have a way of turning that around too. How many of you know such people? Right? No matter how much good you tell them, no matter how much you try to let them focus on the good things of life, you share them nice things, but still, always they look for a way to turn around things. They always look for negativity in the positive. Right? So these are a few of toxic peoples that we can encounter in our friends, our families, our relatives, our neighbors, our work colleagues, everybody.